I'm 27F, and last year my family staged an intervention for me over something I don't even do. It started one Saturday when my mom invited me over for family dinner. Pretty normal. We do that at least once a month. But when I walked in, I knew immediately something was off. My dad was sitting stiff on the couch, my older brother wouldn't make eye contact, and my aunt, who never comes to these dinners, was there too. Everyone looked nervous. Before I could even ask what was going on, my mom said, "Sweetie, we love you, but we need to talk about your problem." My problem? I froze, totally blindsided. Then she said the words, "You're gambling." I actually laughed at first. I thought it was a bad joke. I don't gamble. I've never been to a casino. I don't play online poker. I don't even buy scratch-offs. But they were dead serious. My aunt slid a folder across the coffee table. Inside were printouts of online bank transfers, highlighted in yellow. Transactions to something called Lucky Star Online. She leaned forward and whispered like it was some kind of dramatic reveal. "We know you've been hiding it." I just stared. I had never seen those transactions in my life. The amounts were huge. Hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. But the account number wasn't even mine. I tried to explain, but my family had already decided I was in denial. My brother started in with, "We're not here to attack you, but you need to admit it. We've seen the evidence. You've got a serious problem." I wanted to scream. They wouldn't listen. It was like arguing with a wall. Every time I tried to explain that it wasn't my account, they would just exchange looks with each other like classic denial. It got worse. My mom pulled out this notebook where she'd been tracking my habits. Apparently, she thought my habit of staying up late was me secretly gambling online. The night I missed a family barbecue because I was working late, she wrote down, "Avoiding family to gamble." It was surreal. I felt like I'd stepped into some alternate reality where nothing I said mattered. Finally, I asked them where they even got this idea in the first place. That's when my aunt admitted she'd been talking to one of her coworkers, who claimed her niece was into shady online gambling. And somehow, through a game of telephone, that niece turned into me. The kicker? The niece's name wasn't even close to mine. At that point, I realized this wasn't just a misunderstanding. It was a full-blown conspiracy they'd built in their heads. They had convinced themselves I had this dark secret life, and anything I said to deny it only made me look guilty. I left that night furious, humiliated, and honestly heartbroken. These were the people who raised me, and they couldn't even give me the benefit of the doubt. But it didn't end there. A few weeks later, I got a call from my HR department at work. Apparently, someone had sent an anonymous email to my boss claiming I was embezzling money to fuel a gambling addiction. My heart dropped. My job involves finances. An accusation like that could ruin me. Thankfully, HR investigated, and it was obvious the email was baseless. But the fact that it even happened told me everything I needed to know. Someone in my family had gone that far. That was my breaking point. I called a family meeting myself, sat them all down, and laid out the facts. The account number wasn't mine. I had pay stubs proving where I was during their so-called evidence nights, and HR had already cleared me. Then I looked right at them and said, "If you can't trust me over some random printouts, then maybe I shouldn't trust you either." Silence. Dead silence. My mom cried. My dad muttered an apology. My brother still didn't look at me. My aunt tried to say she just wanted to help. But I walked out, and this time, I didn't come back for months. To this day, it still messes with me. Because the truth is, it wasn't about gambling at all. It was about how fast the people closest to me believed a lie over my own word. And maybe that's the scariest part. When your own family stages an intervention, not because they've caught you, but because they've convinced themselves they know you better than you know yourself.